This is a video clip on how to colour. There are a variety of different techniques in this video, and these techniques will help you colour better. I will explain as I go along the techniques I'm using and how I'm putting the picture together. So this is Oscar, the picture I want to draw, and this is my book. It's good to have a little book to practice in. And these are my tools: rubbers ready, pens, pencils, rulers, pencil sharpeners. I use Polychromos pencils. So here I'm scaling. I'm using a pen because it you can see it more clearly on the photograph. I'm drawing equal size squares, and then on the paper that I'm going to draw on, I draw the same size squares that I've drawn on the photograph. This is scaling, and the reason for this is so that you get your composition right, or you can capture the likeness by measuring at certain points. Here I'm using a ruler to measure where the top of the dog's head is, and when it comes to the line that you see in the middle there, I'm transferring it over, and now I know where to make a mark for the top of the dog's head. Another way to measure is to actually use your pencil, as I'm using here. You can put the pencil to the point that you want to measure, and then from there you can put your finger over the top wherever the line is and just make the mark. So that way you can get the equal distance, or you can get the distance right. So here you can see I've just drawn the outline of the dog, and now I'm rubbing out the squares so that they don't have an effect on the papers. I always work from light to dark, so you can see here that I've used light colours and gone to dark. And then this is Zest. It's a liquid that you put on a smudging stick, and this helps blend all the colours together. So I always start by just putting the base coat down and then doing the blending, and then I work the detailing. So you can see here I've just drawn the ear of the dog, and I've started to draw in some of the detail. This is my sketchbook, and in my sketchbook I do all my tests. So I will at some stage later do this portrait of Oscar, but at the moment I'm just testing the different colours. So you'll see here I've coloured in his tongue, and now I'm going to go over his tongue with white, which you can see through the white. So I'm working the opposite way to normal here. I'm working dark colours down first and then light colours over the top. It's just for the effect, but normally I use light colours first and work my way to darker colours. But this is I looked at this and thought the better way to do this is in the reverse, just to get the nice pinkness in the dog's tongue, which I've caught here. It's a true representation of the colour of the dog's tongue. So when I come to do the real picture, I know what colours and how I'm going to use it. And again here I'm just testing out colours on his gums and teeth, just to make sure that when I do the real picture I've got the right colours. So this is the picture I'm going to draw. I took a photograph of Oscar in my house. I liked that picture, but I didn't like the background, so I've cut him out and I've put him against a different background, and I've scaled over him against this background. And here you can see that I've started the picture. Now, one of the techniques I use, I work from the right side down, and then I normally go back up, and I work my way over to the left side of the picture, sometimes visiting, going back over the picture, because I tend to put a base coat down first, then I tend to smudge it, then put another base coat and smudge, and another base coat and smudge, and then when I've got the foundation down, I tend to start painting in the detail. So the right side of the picture is finished, the dog isn't, but I've moved over and I've started to paint the leaves and background that is around the dog here. And here you can see that I'm actually painting in I've drawn in the picture already. I've drawn the outline, and I'm just basically putting the basic colours down and different colours. A little bit of smudging going on there, and basic colours going down. I've already put whites down first, because you'll see later in the picture how the white comes through on the ivy leaves. So when I get up at a close-up, I'll show you. But again, working from right to left and then working down the page. So I'll start at the right-hand corner, work down the page, move up, do the middle, work down, across, and then I normally start going over the middle ground, working towards the left, filling in the detail. So now I've gone back with the dog and drawing in the colours. Now, Oscar's a black dog, but often you find if you've got a black animal to paint, there are many colours in that black coat. So his black coat can sometimes shine blue and it can sometimes shine brown. So here I'm drawing detail into the top left-hand corner. I'm starting to go over it with a wash and do the darker colours. So some of these leaves go into fade into the shadowed areas and darker areas, and to get that effect, I've washed over it with a black. Here I'm moving on to his collar. I enjoyed painting his collar because it's a different colour and it's important because it stands out. And now I'm just drawing in details and actually blackening his coat more. I will follow the hairline to make sure that I get that effect. This leaf is particularly important because it's different to the other kind of leaves in the picture. The other leaves in the picture are ivy, where this is a blackberry bush leaf. And so what I'm doing here, as you can see, I'm putting down the foundation, a light green colour, which shines through the leaf. So I'm putting that down first and drawing in the detail. I took particular pleasure in painting the leaf because I just think it brings the picture to life, being slightly different. Here you can see I've used smudging as a technique. I'm drawing in a bit more shadowed area and darker colours, and smudging as I go along and rubbing and blending. I use a smudge stick with zest, liquid zest, so that gets a sort of overall even tone. And then I use a stick that I can rub against the colours, and that also blends, a blending stick. And then I keep my pencils sharp for sharp, clear lines, or if the pencil is worn down, can sometimes turn the pencil onto its side and scrape to get a wider colour. Here I'm colouring in the shadowed area, just putting the final touches to the picture, so that you can see the detail here. You can see the ivy leaves and the white shining through. The white, remember, was put down first to get that effect. And now we're going to come up to the finished picture. Here it is. This is actually on an A2 size paper, so you can see the overall picture of Oscar in amongst the leaves. This is an example of the black and white photograph that you can download to colour on if you so wish. Research shows that only 20 minutes colouring prior to bedtime can actually relax you, help you sleep better. So, because colouring is therapeutic, have a go. Art is an expression of yourself. Just enjoy your colouring and the pleasant feelings it brings to you for being creative. Look, so for me and Oscar, I'd just like to say goodbye, and I hope you enjoy your painting. Have a great experience. Bye.